Have you ever wondered how people actually build artificial intelligence models that are fair and ethical? Or maybe you've heard about AI bias, but you're not sure how to spot it or fix it? What if I told you there's a tool that lets you build, test, and explain every step of your AI project, all in one place? That's where Jupyter Notebooks come in. Today, I'm going to show you how Jupyter Notebooks can help you create responsible AI step by step. We'll look at what a Jupyter Notebook is, why it's perfect for ethical AI, and I'll walk you through a real example of testing for bias. By the end, you'll know how to use Jupyter Notebooks to make your AI projects more transparent, fair, and easy to explain. Watch till the end where I have shared the industry best practices while using Jupyter Notebooks. Let's get started. First, let's answer the big question. What is a Jupyter Notebook? If you're new to coding or data science, don't worry. I'll keep it simple. A Jupyter Notebook is like a digital notebook where you can write code, add notes, and see your results, all in one place. Imagine a mix between a Word document and a calculator, but for data and code. You write a bit of code, run it, and see the output right below. You can also add text, images, and even charts to explain what you're doing. It's super popular with data scientists, researchers, and anyone who wants to keep their work organized and easy to follow. So why is this so useful for building responsible AI? Let's break it down. First, Jupyter Notebooks make your work transparent. Every step you take, from loading data to cleaning it to building a model, is right there in the notebook. You can add comments and explanations next to your code so anyone can understand your choices. Second, it's great for reproducibility. That means someone else can take your notebook, run it on their computer, and get the same results. This is really important for science and for making sure your AI is trustworthy. Third, Jupyter Notebooks are perfect for collaboration. You can share your notebook with a teammate, a reviewer, or even the public. They can see exactly what you did, suggest changes, or try out their own ideas. And finally, it's ideal for auditing and fairness testing. If someone wants to check if your AI is fair, they can look at your notebook and see every step you took. Let's make this real with a hands-on example. Suppose you're building an AI model to predict who gets approved for a loan. You want to make sure your model isn't biased against any group. Here's how you might use a Jupyter Notebook to do that. Step 1. Load your data. You start by importing your dataset into the notebook. Maybe it's a spreadsheet with information about past loan applicants, things like age, income, gender, and whether they got approved. Step 2. Explore the data. You write a few lines of code to look at the data. You might check if there are missing values or if some groups are underrepresented. For example, are there fewer women in the dataset than men? You can add a chart right in the notebook to show this. Step 3. Test for bias. Now you want to see if your model is treating everyone fairly. You can use fairness metrics. These are numbers that tell you if your model is more accurate for one group than another. For example, you might check if the approval rate is lower for women than for men. You write code to calculate these metrics, and the results appear right below. If you see a big difference, that's a sign of bias. Step 4. Visualize the results. Jupyter Notebooks make it easy to add charts and graphs. You can create a bar chart showing approval rates by gender or a confusion matrix to see where your model makes mistakes. These visuals help you and others understand what's going on. Step 5. Document your decisions. As you go, you add notes explaining what you're doing and why. Maybe you decide to balance the dataset or try a different model. You write down your reasoning so anyone reading the notebook can follow your thought process. Let's pause for a second. Why does all this matter? Because responsible AI isn't just about getting the right answer. It's about being able to show how you got there and making sure your process is fair and open. Now, let's talk about some best practices for using Jupyter Notebooks in responsible AI projects. First, always document your assumptions. If you make a choice, like removing outliers or choosing a certain algorithm, write down why you did it. This helps others understand your reasoning, and it helps you remember what you did later. Second, share your notebooks for peer review. Don't keep your work to yourself. Ask a teammate or a friend to look over your notebook. They might spot something you missed or suggest a better way to do things. Third, use explainable AI libraries. There are tools you can add to your notebook that help explain how your model makes decisions. For example, libraries like SHAP or LIME can show which features are most important for each prediction. This makes your model easier to trust and understand. Fourth, keep your notebooks organized. Use clear headings, break your work into sections, and clean up any unused code. A tidy notebook is much easier to read and review. Fifth, make your notebooks reproducible. Include all the steps needed to run your code, from installing libraries to loading data. If someone else can't run your notebook, they can't check your work. And finally, be honest about limitations. No model is perfect. If you notice something your model struggles with, write it down. This shows you're thinking critically about your work. Let's recap with a quick story. Imagine you're applying for a job as a data scientist. You bring a Jupyter Notebook to your interview, showing how you built and tested a fair AI model. You walk the interviewer through your code, your charts, and your notes. They can see every step you took, and they know you care about doing things the right way. That's the power of Jupyter Notebooks for responsible AI. So remember, responsible AI isn't just about what you build, but how you build it. Jupyter Notebooks help you build AI that's transparent, fair, and easy to explain. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Have you used Jupyter Notebooks before, or do you have questions about responsible AI? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on AI, data science, and building technology the right way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.